Who is Ramana Maharishi? Where is he? People usually think that Ramana Maharishi is a person with a body. They believe that he is a jnani, a sage who lived in Ramanashramam, taught many people and passed away, and that his glory still remains in Ramanashramam. But in truth, who is Ramana Maharishi and where is he? Let me start at the beginning. Let's first understand why and how Guru Ramana Maharishi appears in one's life. This information too is only based on Ramana Maharishi's teachings. There is being. Being is common for everyone. No one denies existence. That being, when pure, without any attributes, is eternal, perfect, and blissful. In reality, that alone exists. So it is called the Supreme Reality. It is all-knowing, all-pervading, and all-powerful. From this Supreme Consciousness, suddenly there is a break, and there arises a reflected consciousness, appearing to be an individual self, a jiva, as separate from the Supreme Self, the Brahman. This is the ego, a little dot, a bubble in the ocean. It is the I thought. As soon as it arises, this ego takes on a limited adjunct, such as the body in the waking state. In the waking state, it says, I am the body. It imagines itself to be the doer and creates multitudes of concepts, ideas, and various other kinds of thoughts. The world is seen using the senses, doubts arise, and also anxiety for the future. Actions are performed and results are experienced. Depending upon the good or bad actions, merits or demerits are accrued. These actions also create seeds in the mind that will sprout forth in the future when conducive. When the limited time of the body ends, a new body attaches itself to the ego, and the process of actions, results, and seeds go on and on. Thus, the actor is thrown back into the ocean of actions and results, the vicious cycle of births and deaths. Now comes the crux of the matter. At some point, the individual self recognizes its ignorance. It realizes that it has swerved away from the real, eternal, blissful self and has gone far, far away into the deep, dark, deadly forests of samsara, the worldly miseries. Thus, the individual self recognizes the futility and stupidity of the cycle of actions and results, births and deaths, all due to forgetting the real nature of oneself due to ignorance. It longs to get back to its perfection. The ignorance of the deluded individual soul is of two kinds. One kind of ignorance is avarana, veiling. It hides the real self. Avarana, veiling, does not hide the individual soul, jiva, in entirety. The individual soul knows that it is. Only it does not know who it really is. The individual sees the world, but not the fact that it is only Brahman, the Supreme Self. It is light in darkness, that is, knowledge in ignorance, so to speak. The other kind of ignorance is vikshepa, multiplicity, which is activity that causes the diversity seen in the waking and dream states. So now, in order to get back home from the forests and merge back into the real self, the individual self has to remove the veiling. But removing this veiling, formed due to ages of ignorance, is found to be very difficult for an ordinary individual. Help is greatly needed beyond human efforts. It has to come from the Supreme Self itself. So then, the individual soul realizes its limitations and seeks the help of the higher power. When the individual melts in devotion and intensely longs for liberation from bondage, and earnestly longs and prays for help, the Supreme Self appears to the seeker as a guru, a master in human form, in order to show the seeker the right path and to guide the seeker to realize the real self. Such a great guru, an incarnation of God, is Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi. Therefore, who is Ramana Maharishi? He is not a person, a body. He is the Supreme Self, appearing as a human being to save the seeker due to immense love and immeasurable kindness. And where is Ramana Maharishi? He is everywhere, or wherever one thinks of him or feels his spiritual presence. Here are Ramana Maharishi's own words about this. Ishvaro Gururatmeti. The Self is the God and Guru. A person seeks happiness and learns that God alone can make one happy. He prays to God and worships God. God hears his prayers and responds by appearing in human shape as a master in order to speak the language of the devotee and make him understand the reality. The master is thus God manifest as human being. He gives out his experience so that the seeker might also gain it. His experience is to abide as the Self. The Self is within. God, Master, and the Self are therefore seeming stages in the realization of the truth. So long as you think you are the individual, you believe in God. On worshipping God, God appears to you as Guru. On serving Guru, the Guru manifests as the Self. This is the rationale. At one time, a visitor asked the question, does not the Guru take a concrete form? Here is the Maharishi's answer. What is meant by concrete? Because you identify your being with your body, you raise this question. Find out if you're the body. The Gita says that those who cannot understand the transcendental nature of Sri Krishna are fools deluded by ignorance. The Master appears in order to dispel that ignorance. He has to appear with a body in order to eradicate our ignorant I am the body idea. The extremely visible being of the Guru pushes the mind inward. The Guru is also in the heart of the seeker, and so he draws the ladders inward bent mind into the heart. From these words of Ramana Maharishi, one can clearly understand the transcendental nature of the Guru, and in this case, Ramana Maharishi himself. Again, here are some more of Maharishi's own words about this. God, on being worshipped, bestows steadiness in devotion, which leads to surrender. On the devotee surrendering, God shows his mercy by manifesting as the Guru. The Guru, otherwise God, guides the devotee, saying that God is in you and he is the Self. Where is the Satpurusha, the real being, the Guru? He is within. After saying this, Maharishi then quoted a Tamil stanza which says that contact with the Guru should be kept up till Videha Mukti, liberated while still in a body. Then Maharishi also quoted the following verse: O Master, who has been within me in all my past incarnations, and who manifested as a human being only to speak the language understood by me and lead me. So, to summarize, who is Ramana Maharishi and where is he? Ramana Maharishi is the one Supreme Self that abides within everyone and everything, everywhere, at all times. He abides as pure being in perfect silence. However, he appears in a form and name in order to teach a sincere spiritual seeker at the seeker's own level of understanding. What are Ramana Maharishi's teachings in a nutshell? Either inquire within, who am I, so that the false ego, the I thought, vanishes and the real self reveals itself, or accept your helplessness and surrender to the higher power so that the ego will be struck down and the self will be revealed. And what is Ramana's teaching about reconciling activities in the world and practicing inner quest? Here are his own words. Why do you think that you are active? The activities are not your own. They are God's activities. Do actions without caring about the results. Do not think that you are the doer. Dedicate the work to God. Therefore, one who seeks unbroken, unalloyed happiness, eternal life, and salvation should obtain His grace by associating with Him by mental contact, follow His teachings earnestly, faithfully, and diligently, and realize one's own immortal, blissful nature, the real self, and abide in it. Then one will come to know that the Guru is none other than the real, eternal being, Brahman. So says Ramana Maharishi, who is God, Guru, and the Self, the Atman in all.